What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. Alright, we're wearing a pretty cool cosmetic today actually. So it's like, I can't remember what it's called, let's find out. It is called the Treasure Plate and Helm of Pure Gold. These two are drops from Tier 9 All-Ag World Boss. So I grabbed both of them, I was lucky enough to grab both of them. Just a golden sword and that new flag accessory that we got when we opened the big box and did not get a legendary, which was sad. But altogether with the red and gold and even the chicken matches and obviously the mount, looks pretty cool. Either way, it is Sunday. It is Undefined Day. We have our runes on, we're ready to go. We cannot do heroic yet, but we can do hard. And Chaos has re-rolled tank, which is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of him for the moment, and we're going to put in Proz, who was our go-to DPS from before, and that is going to take our total TS down a little bit, but it's not going to matter too much. Okay, Eagle before did have his his mount off, but he's put it back on. So let's just make sure everyone's wearing clothing because it is GVG week this week. A lot of people are taking off clothing and stuff to compensate and, you know, to lower their TS to get better matchups and stuff. But everyone seems good to go, so we're doing it. Here we go. So yeah, hard is the best we can do, which is a bit unfortunate. Can't do heroic yet, but give it some time and we should be able to. We got a pretty strong raid team really, and the fact that we can alternate between Proz and Chaos, and we've also got Parvu in there as well. We've got a few kind of backups that we can swap around and you know, trial and error and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, unless, you know, like I got some you know, absurd high, you know, level 600 plus player add me, which is not going to happen. You know, we're just going to have to do the best with what we've got, and what we have is pretty good. So yeah, I can do heroic manual a little bit. I can't do the boss, but I can clear some camps and stuff, or clear some groups of mobs, but it's not, you know, you can't kill the boss, so there's no point doing it. So we're going to be doing hard, and see how we go. Now, I did mention in Thursday's video that we are going for a new tank as well as far as familiars go, and it is the boss of this raid, Columbus, with 150 of those dewdrop thingamajiggies. So we'll get those dewdrops just by playing. Don't need to really worry about them farming, you know, specifically farming them. They'll just come as we play. You know, you just get them by playing. So it's mainly capturing the raid boss. Obviously on heroic it's going to be easier to do because you have the bonuses and stuff. But you know, hopefully he just comes up one day while we're doing, you know, a Sunday item find, or just when I'm doing raid 6, you know, on all the other days off camera, all that sort of stuff. I do not have 1600 gems yet, so if he does come up, I can't bribe him. I have to throw gold at him. But I will save 1600 gems and I'll use that as my baseline of 0, which I also explained in the last video, and then that way we have that no matter what, and if he comes up then we've got it. So at the moment we have basically 1500, so we're 100 short. I have been checking Overworld and stuff. I did do a lot of them recently, and I thought I'll stick with it and I'll do it to get up to 1600 because it is important. But there's not really that many good offers on at the moment, apart from like those city builder ones, which just take way too long and there's so much of a pain now, I can't be bothered. They give good rewards, they give like, you know, 1000, 1500 gems, which is good, but they take like a couple of days, unless you just sit there and do it. And even then, like, there's time stuff, like, you know, something will take like 8 hours to upload, to upgrade, sorry. And you have to wait 8 hours. So I just, nah, not for me. I can't be bothered with them anymore. So I did a few of them, but no more. So yeah, gems are harder to come by now that we've used all the good offers, but hopefully some more come through. Either way, let's try and get some gear. And yeah, I mean, if he pops up, awesome. Don't have the gems, but we can always just throw gold at him with his little beady eyes. So it is going to be hard to get gear on hard rather than heroic, obviously, and we've had a death. Let's just use a minor here. That should be enough to get through, and it is. Yeah, so all we can get is legendary. We can't get set pieces or mythics or anything. And obviously we have a lower chance of getting anything because it is hard and not heroic. But we'll try our best. There's no point going back to Raid 5 and doing that on heroic because we don't need anything from there. So we may as well just do hard and see how we go. We could also do World Boss. I've been doing World Boss with all of my energy until I get 10... what are they called? Hobbit Feet. For the Velk to go towards the Walkham. I got 8 Hobbit Feet, like, last week, and I just can't seem to get another 2. Like, they just will not drop. But I have got a few pieces of gear. So I got this chest piece, twice actually, and this helmet. And I also have a ring, I think, all from tier 9. So I've got a few legendaries sitting there. In fact, let's have a look at that quickly. Yeah, I got two of the chest piece, one of the helmet, and a ring. So I'm gonna, obviously I can kill one of them off and exchange one of them off and get like 50 of these beanstalks or whatever they're called. But that's not enough to upgrade anything, because obviously to make this better than what I've got to upgrade it all the way to you know, max rank basically. So there's no point upgrading equipping it at the moment, so I'll just wait until I've got enough and then I'll exchange everything and upgrade it. So I'll probably upgrade the chest piece and the helmet first because they're legendaries, whereas if I upgrade, you know, the ring first, I'm going to lose one of these set pieces, one of the set bonuses. So I may as well upgrade these 2 first, then once they're upgraded, then I can go towards the ring, the neck, offhand or main hand, depending on what I have at that time. But yeah, for now, these 2 will be the first upgrades. Or not necessarily these 2, but like the chest and the helmet. So that's what we're going to go for. But we need a lot more legendaries for that to happen, unfortunately. I think we only have about 60 something beanstalks. Maybe not even that. And I haven't exchanged anything yet, so that's just been from running around in tier 9 in the raids and maybe gauntlets and stuff, getting them as rewards. Let's check actually how many we have. We will go to materials. And we have 65. So we could upgrade something once, which is not going to get us very far. So yeah. We'll just wait until we have a heap, and then we can upgrade something, and it'll be great. I'm also looking forward to upgrading my mount. The last upgrade, because then I can just spend all of the mount cuts I get on re-rolling it. So that would be good, because I want to get rid of that 3.5% health and hopefully get an offensive stat. But upgrading it one more time will give me a boost in TS as well, which would be good. But I think I need 2k mount cuts, and I think I only have about 700, so there's still a while to go for that. But that will come eventually, just like everything. So yeah, I think the little cloud with the cat riding it is like the hard mob of this raid. That seems to be the case. The other mobs don't seem to be that much of a pain in the ass. I mean, everything's a pain in the ass. But the cloud with the cat riding it. Hey, what did we get? Horizon Seeker. What the hell is Horizon Seeker? Maybe it's a neck. It could be a weapon. I don't know. Grats. Tanks. Just ignore all these friend requests. Actually, I don't think it is a weapon, because his weapon is his staff with the clouds around it. It might be a necklace or something. Let's find out. Where is it? It's an offhand. Horizon Seeker offhand. Let's see what it looks like. Where is it? There it is. It's it's just a shrub, some shrubbage. It might look pretty cool on a set with green, or you know, if you get his whole armor set, it will look cool. But with the gold and everything, plus you know, with our name, we got to keep with the chicken. Absolutely, always the chicken. It's funny, I do cosmetic stuff. I change my cosmetics quite often, as you're probably aware if you watch my videos. But I always keep the chicken offhand and the chicken pet. I can't, like, even if it doesn't suit the cosmetic, like, armor set that I'm wearing, And I'm like, oh, it would look so cool with this, you know, skull offhand, or this, you know, other sword or something. Nah, gotta keep the chicken. Even if it doesn't suit it, gotta keep it. So that helm, whatever we got, Helmstalk, or I've forgotten the name of it already, is another legendary we can sacrifice, which is good. As I mentioned, we won't be doing the offhand upgrade anytime soon, because it is one of our set pieces, so we may as well get rid of that. Exchange it for some beanstalks, and start upgrading that helmet or chest piece, which will be good. Now, I did mention in my Thursday video, my capture rate video, I brought up the idea of top 5 list of new mechanics or additions or changes to Bit Heroes that I would like to see from my own personal viewpoint, and that got a bit of traction in the comments and on my Discord channel and stuff, so I definitely will be making that video. I've got a pretty hectic week this week, so I don't know if I'll be able to get around to it this week. Hopefully I can. It shouldn't take too long to record and edit and everything, but I've got a few doctor appointments and specialist appointments and stuff this week, and a lot of driving around. So that video will be coming, but as far as when, I'm not sure, but I'll try and get to it as soon as possible. But yeah, there are a few things I would like, after playing Bit Heroes now for what seems like an eternity, a year and a half or so, maybe a year and a half, about that I think, off the top of my head. There are a few things that I would like to see changed, or some are changed and some are just newly implemented. So yeah, look forward to that. And I've thrown a few of those ideas out on the Discord channel as well, and they've had some pretty positive feedback as well, and they're like, yeah man, that would be awesome, that's a great change. So I don't know if you can actually congregate and congregate, is that what they call it? The devs anyway, and like suggest changes. I know on the official Bit Heroes Discord there's like a suggestion area or server or room or whatever you want to call it, but I don't know if you can like actually, you know, email them or go to their website and, you know, put in, because some games have that, where you provide feedback and you know, thoughts and improved stuff, improvements, and you know, if they go through and they say, yeah, that's a good improvement, you get rewarded and all that sort of stuff. So not sure if that's the case. Either way, I'll make the video, and if they say it all is good, if they don't, then it doesn't matter. And like I said, these are just my own personal opinions, so I'm sure you've got your own thoughts of what would be a good change and whatnot, apart from just a higher RNG drop rate. But that's not necessarily a fix, because if it was a higher RNG drop rate for everybody, it's effectively the same as what it is now. Everyone's just going to get gear quicker and everyone's going to be in the same boat. So a change that like that, like a drop rate change that affects everybody, doesn't really affect anybody, because everyone gets the same change, so no one benefits. Well, everybody benefits and no one benefits at the same time. I think hopefully that made sense. It's like class balancing, right, in games. So take WoW for instance. You know, if you buff the hell out of, I don't know, druids or something, then druids, you know, all the druid players become OP and everyone cracks the shits, and you know, I you know, hate playing against druids in PvP and all this rubbish. But a change that affects everybody doesn't really help any one specific person out, it helps everybody. So there's no advantage to any one particular person, it's an advantage to everybody, which makes it not that much of an advantage because it's blanket against everybody. Anyway, doesn't matter. So, it's good that we got a legendary on Item Find Day, on hard as well. It's really good. We've done, what, how many Raid 5 Heroic Item Find Days have we done where we just haven't got shit? And we've got one on hard, which is really nice. Obviously, we're not expecting any Persuasion to come up, as again, it's on hard, not Heroic, and we don't have a Persuasion runes and stuff on. But if one came up, that would be good. I did have one of these dudes. I think it might have been this guy. The cat, no, sorry, the cat with the 2 baskets is a pain in the ass mob, not the cat on the cloud. My bad. I got confused. Too many cats and clouds. I did have the cat with the baskets come up for persuasion. Can't remember what its name was. Threw gold at it and it said no. So that was a shame. But I'm not sure what fusions they make. The only fusion I know of and I'm eager to get is the boss, as I mentioned. So that should be pretty good. A good tank fam is always good. Meaty is really good. He's just a massive meat shield, but it would be good to get a tank familiar that has a bit of deeps to him as well. And 45% block chance is huge, man. Huge. And he's got what, like the new wave familiars with the like special ability type thing. So they got the 45 block chance, but then they've got, you know, when you go under 50% HP for the first time, you attack the enemy team, like that type of thing. Like Fatty as well, which I really need to finish making. But I'm so close to making Walken +3 that I want to do that first. Once I get Walken +3, all of the capture rate stuff will be going into Fatty until we get him, I think. Capture rate days. Because 3 Yetis, hopefully, shouldn't take that long. Alright. Health Shrine for no reason. And that's that one done. Let's go one more. How much energy do we have? 40 something? 49. Okay, maybe we'll do one more raid and then like 2 world bosses, maybe? Just to mix it up a little bit. Because we do need those hobbit feet. So yeah, I did think that hobbit feet and demon juice and all those things from the world bosses I should say, were affected by item find. Turns out it's not. So someone, a few people told me that they weren't, and then someone told me that they found proof that it wasn't. So yeah, the whole going back and doing a lower rate on heroic to get better item find for those hobbit feet or demon juice or whatever it is not a thing anymore. Well, not that it was ever, but I don't know. Maybe it was just coincidence. But I felt like when I went down to, you know, tier 4 or tier 5 heroic, that I got more hobbit feet. That it could have just been a coincidence that they just seemed to drop when I did that. But yeah, item find does not help find those whatsoever, which is a shame because they're pretty hard to get actually. And someone in the comments of my last video said, "Oh, I got hobbit feet and made Velk and stuff, and it was fairly easy. Like, is hobbit feet really that hard to get?" And it's like, yeah, actually, it kind of is. So, if you were able to do that without much heartache and annoyance, that's pretty good, man. You probably got some good RNG on those hobbit feet. But I've been doing world boss for, well, since this raid came out, since the new content came out, and I haven't got one, and I've been doing world boss every day. So, yeah, that's not good RNG. Unless they just don't drop in tier 9, but I wouldn't see why that would be the case. Don't know. I'm sure they'll drop eventually in tier 9. It would suck if they didn't, because then you'd have to go back to tier 8 and then not get loot for the current tier. But there would be no reason why they would just stop dropping in a new tier. So it's just been unlucky, I think. If you have got hobbit feet from tier 9 world boss, let me know. Because, yeah, as I said, I can't imagine why they wouldn't. But just so I know in my own mind, and you know, if one of you can prove that they actually do drop in tier 9, to put my conscience at rest about that, that would be good. Or the demon juice from, hey, it's the bully cloud, whatever his name is. I think I've only seen this dude once, actually. He's got some damn fine pecs, we'll say. I don't know. It's not really because he's a cloud, but that's what it looks like. What are you going to drop for us? An epic? Not even an epic. You useless cloud bastard. They generally drop epics. I've also taken, on my phone at least, I'm not sure if I've done it on Steam. Let me double check that quickly. I've taken decline treasures off. There we go. It is done. so that we can open the skeleton chest if they pop up. They usually only give epics as well. Like, I think I've got a legendary out of them once. I think I got Kaleido's sword, the rainbow sword, from a skeleton chest in Raid 2. But pretty much every skeleton chest I've opened has just been some materials and whatnot. So there's no use for me using them in any other raid or tier or anything. So I may as well use them in here now that you know, the content's new and everything. You know, if you get a legendary out of it, it's a bonus free one, so why not? Okay, Eagle's getting destroyed, so let's give him a heal. And the Steam is so laggy. Bit Heroes on Steam. Chatting, especially, is so freaking laggy, man. It takes for ages for the text to come up, and it's really it feels weird because you're typing, but the words aren't coming up, and you're like, "What have I done?" Like, it's not working, and then like the letters slowly pop up, and you can't. I struggle to touch type with it because it's like talking if you can hear yourself. Sometimes is weird. It's, yeah, touch typing and the words not coming up as you're typing them. The letters not coming up as you're typing them, but they're slightly delayed. It kind of puts you off for typing. Or me at least. Okay, so we did 4 raids. We got a legendary, so that's definitely a success. Slade's had got Sprawler schematic. Sprawler? I think that was what that was called. Let's do 2 world bosses and see how we go. We shall see if we get a hobbit feet or a hobbit foot. And I can answer my own question. I did also get this schematic as well. Cosmetic, I should say. The skull thing and the skull head and the bones body. And I was rocking that for a few days. But I decided to go with this golden thing. Just because I thought that looked cool as well. Come on, dude. What are you doing? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're out. How long does that take? We can probably just do it with 4 of us. Okay, here we go. Good. Tank. Nice. Perfect. I don't know if you guys do that as well, but when I'm playing, if someone's not readying up or something, in my head I give them a 5-second cooldown. 5-second countdown, I should say. And if they don't lock in, then I just kick them. This dude's rocking the level 1 naked man run. And hobbit feet? Nope. 2 gems though, not bad. I'll take 2 gems. Get 2 gems every single reward for a world boss. You'd be swimming in gems. Well, I mean, not swimming, but definitely help. Well, that guy looks kind of interesting. Nice. And start. And ignore. Alright. This is it. This is the last one. Velk, you son of a bitch. I need you. Why can't you just, like, after we kill you, just go, oh, that Chook guy looks pretty cool. I'll just go, like, with him and you don't have to get hobbit feet. I'll just come. That would be great. I've had a... Oh, that guy looks awesome. Holy shit. It's that spear thing. It looks amazing. I have that. I looted that. I've had so many world bosses recently where someone's disconnected, and usually if you're AFK, it just gives, like, it's 10 seconds and it just automatically attacks for you. But if you disconnect, I think, while in a world boss, nothing happens, and I've sat there for like 15 minutes waiting for someone to come back. It sucked ass, and that's happened a few times. So yeah, not the best. Anyway, there we go. Item Find Sunday, we did get a legendary. We'll call that a success. As I said, if you have got hobbit feet from T9, let me know. That would be good. Stay tuned for that 5 improvements to Heroes video I was talking about. And that's about it, I think. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like this video, click here to see another one just like it. If you're new to the channel and like what I'm doing, click here to subscribe and become the newest member of the Chicken Coop. If you really like what I'm doing, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description, where you can help support me and help the channel grow. You'll also find a link to the channel's Discord server where you can chat with me and other members of the Chicken Coop. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.